Please go to the diary room.
Every single season and learn everything that there is to know about everybody.
Please make your way to the diary room.
Celebrity, Brandon. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Diary Room Podcast, a Big Brother podcast where we're trying to find the best player in North American Big Brother history. We'll get there someday, not today, but we're on our way to finding out who that player is going to be. Another very fun episode in store for you today. Of course, I am Matt here first, as always, with Aman. Aman, what's up?
Hey. Yeah, I don't know. We're a little ahead of schedule. I know that this is December. I know we're close to Christmas, maybe at Christmas. I don't know. When is Christmas this year?
I do usually give our guests a warning. Forgot to give that, but this is the first episode of December. And when is Christmas? You should know that, Mr. Christmas.
I'm behind this year. Ooh. I didn't get the memo yet. But okay, Merry December, I guess.
Right now it's in November, but it feels like December where I am, so that's tough for me. But we're here today with somebody who may not know what that temperature feels like literally ever, and I'm happy for them for that. So excited to have this person back on the podcast. We have high pressure today, Aman, to get a certain name on the wheel. I don't know what's going to happen if we don't, but anyway, let's welcome in our guest. It's Lovina. Lovina, how's it going?
You sound so threatened by me.
I am.
When you're like, I don't know what's gonna happen if we don't. I'm gonna get violent. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you know why I'm here. It's like Marshawn Lynch back in the day when he was like, you know why I'm here. Sports girlies, stand up. But yeah, I'm so happy to be here. I was just telling them off record, you guys. I was like, how many people are left? And the number shocked me in comparison to the original number. And I was like, you guys should be so proud. So I'm thrilled to be here. And yeah, actually, Matt, it does get kind of cold here sometimes. I'm just saying.
Oh, how cold?
At nighttime.
How cold?
Okay, but like, okay. I've gotten to I've gone to the upper 30s before.
Oh, it's 27 degrees outside right now, and it's November. But I'm sure it's even colder by the time that this episode is coming out. So look, we don't have to talk about the weather. We can talk about Big Brother. Aman, I don't know, a month ago at this point, did have an episode where Holly King came up, and I knew that call had to be made. I had to call Brian Scally live on the podcast. I've been waiting. Lovina's been waiting that one of these days, Chris Kirkpatrick is supposed to come up, or will come up on the wheel, and Lovina's waiting for the call. It could happen today, and I don't have to make the call. It just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think that maybe he's just been waiting. I think he's been waiting for Lovina to come back, and today is the day. So you can come on out now. I promise we won't jump you. Come on, let's go.
It's funny that this episode's going to drop like in the first week of December, because that's so in sync vibes. The Christmas album, go stream it.
Yeah.
I don't think of NSYNC in December. I think there's a very clear month of the year that they come to mind.
That's basic though. Like the OG
song. Is it the Merry Christmas? Happy
holidays. Yep. An amazing
Oh.
original track. JC carried always, but you know, all of the songs. This is good omen for Chris. And people, I feel like the OGs knew why I said that, because Chris has so many solos on that album. So like, it's got to happen today.
I have a lot of hope, obviously, and faith that it will happen today. The wheel only gets smaller and smaller, so it has to happen sooner or later. Lovina, I have a question, just loosely related to, I was going to say loosely related to reality TV. I guess it's directly related. So by the time this comes out again, the season of Dancing with the Stars will have wrapped up. Have no NSYNC members ever been on that show?
They have Joey and Lance.
Joey, oh my God, I'm so dumb. No, Lance hasn't.
Lance has. He got second. He did not win.
Lance?
Yeah, Did not win, and it's crazy. He's typing. For audio listeners, he's typing aggressively.
Season 7. Oh my god, that's so long ago. Oh, so I'm a big idiot for not remembering the Joey. That was like early on. I guess I'm just thinking about the Chris.
No, or did Joey get second? One of them got like finals.
Joey
and one
made
of
it
them
to the
got
end.
second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was pissed. Like I didn't watch it live because I didn't know anything. Because I was like OG. Like that was like original.
Yeah, we were babies.
Early. Yeah, I didn't know anything about anything. So yeah. And
Lance
I never watched JC on America's Next Best Dance Crew either when he was judging and looking really hot.
I'm so embarrassed that I forgot about Joey Fatone on his 2 seasons of the show. That's crazy. But
yeah,
well, we need more of them to play Big Brother because that's what I am thinking of a little bit more prominently.
They won't.
They
won't even tour. They won't
should.
even tour.
I mean,
none of them.
Well, I mean, it's probably because the tour was ruined by
that wasn't
Okay,
was it?
Well, don't. Okay. Well, I will say this. Everyone's like, well, Justin doesn't want to tour. For the longest time, it was because of JC. On podcasts, like, if you listen to like, don't make me like get into this, but like, there's like certain podcasts that like, I think it was like AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys and Lance were on it, and they were saying like why can't you guys, AJ's like fangirling, like he's like, why can't like you guys tour, like why I don't understand, like do something, put something out. And then Lance is like, you know why? And so all the fans were like,
ooh,
like clenching their what is grasping their pearls? I don't know what you know what I mean. Clenching their pearls. Yeah, I had it right the first time. And they're like, oh, they're gonna say Justin. They're gonna like throw shit at Justin. And AJ knew. He was like, JC, please, JC. And I was like, finally vindication. But you know, I don't know. I don't know if they're like down for it now. But now Justin has Lyme disease and it's a whole situation.
and then you got
everybody's going through it. I mean, touring is rough. Touring is hard these days, and I feel like it's so. I mean, it's expensive for the concert goer. We know how ticket prices are these days, but it's also really expensive for the artists as well. Like they have to put up a lot of their own money for the venues, the contracts, all of this stuff, and not to mention taking time away from families. So many of them are dads and stuff, so it's rough, and like you're not exactly spring chickens anymore, right? Like, so it's rough out here.
Look, we are probably going to be looking for ideas after Big Brother is done on the wheel. So maybe I don't know, some kind of musical artists wheel could be up our alley sometime later.
It's gonna be a bloodbath. Me and Chappelle on that podcast. Bloodbath.
Kind of crazy. Probably not the direction that we go, but it'd be fun. Anyway, Lovina, when we were talking about this podcast coming up, I mentioned that not only is Chris Kirkpatrick still available on the wheel, but so is your boy, Dr. Will Kirby. And today we could get that matchup of those two against each other. And
actually, do I need to spoiler alert? I feel like everyone knows, like, no matter who, I'm voting for Chris to go forward. Even against Dr. Will. I don't care if I ruin the tour. I don't care.
Let's ruin the tour together.
Look, what if we had like a player of Big Brother on the podcast? I don't know who. I'm looking at the wheel right now. What if Fessy came on the podcast and it was Fessy that pulls his own name versus Dr. Will? Are we going to be like, how dare you vote for yourself? Like, Lavina's going to vote for her. For her. Yeah. I mean, it's not
close enough. We share the same birthday, by the way. Just saying.
Oh, well, then it's written in the stars. Yeah, as it should be.
But even if that doesn't happen today, I do, of course, want to look back, Lovina, at your last episode.
Ooh.
Not to quiz you, but I love to quiz. Do you remember any of the matchups? It's been a while.
I remember like individuals. We got Neil from Big Brother 9, which was like so funny because he left. And then we also, I feel like I got like one. Oh, we got June, right? I got June. Yes. And I was like, don't even discuss. Those are the standouts, I think. Oh, there was another guy from Big Brother 5, right?
4.
There was like a blonde.
Oh, no. You had 5. Yeah. Will.
There's like a blonde guy. Yeah. Big Brother 5 is like my least remembered personally. Shockingly. Not 9 or the other ones. But yeah, that's all I remember.
So the matchups were June beating Ollie from BB10, which Amon, not many BB10 players have gone out. Ollie being one of them. I think it's kind of notable. It's obviously a very big season.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, a hard matchup for him to win, but I also feel like out of all the characters of Big Brother 10, Ollie is definitely one of the more understated ones, so him not making it through isn't entirely surprising to me.
Yeah.
You mentioned Neil Lovina, and Neil lost his matchup very shockingly that he would lose a matchup after being such a successful Big Brother player. But he lost to Cliff Hogg from Big Brother 21. So that happened. And then we also had from Big Brother 5, as we just mentioned, Will won, and he beat Scotty from BB20. So
I forgot about Scotty. Yeah, we did talk about BB20. We talked about good seasons, you guys.
Yeah, we really did.
You had
I'm very happy
not a
with
bad
that.
episode. A lot of people that have been coming back on the second time have been trying to make up for their first episode of getting like bad players, bad matchups, but not a bad one for you. You just obviously are looking for something very specific. So not a lot of people have that.
So specific that it's like diagnosable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's
a
there's
little bit.
something wrong with me.
Yeah. I mean, I should have logged this information, but I could look back at our text and just see how many times between your episode in September of 2024 and now has Lovina reached out to me asking how has this not happened yet?
I'll literally text Matt like on a Tuesday at like 4 p.m. my time, and I'm like, I'll just be like, "What? Can I curse?" I always say this.
I would love it.
I'll just be like, "What the fuck?" Question mark. And it's just that, and he knows what it is. Like he
Yeah.
could easily be like, "Are you mad at me? Like what's going on? Did something happen? Did I miss it?" Like no, but he knows what it is. We have a telepathy.
There's so many specific players. I mean, like obviously yours makes sense for you, but there's so many players that like I don't know. We keep going back to like legends of the show that haven't come up yet, and just like I don't know, a little specific. It's like, how are you still hiding from us? There's only so many players left, and they're all going to come up at some point. But is it literally? It's going to be the last episode that
We're all gonna come up together. It's interesting because we're gonna know exactly who the last 6 are for the last episode. It's just we don't know what the matchup is going to be until the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There could be upsets.
There could be. Are we ready to get into today's matchups?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Do it.
Well, let me share the wheel here, give you both the first look at it. It's just so much
Oh my
smaller
God.
than
I
you
can
know.
read the names and I see BB27. That's right. You guys recently added that.
Yeah, BB27's doing okay so far. They have like a 50% success rate if I had to guess without even looking at it. I feel like
Yeah.
almost as many have gone through as haven't. But where's Chris? I'm waiting for him to show up where you can see him.
I don't even see. Oh, I see him.
He's
This is
coming. There
crazy.
he
I
is.
think we're leaning on him.
He's right there. Nice.
It's not rigged. It's not rigged, you guys. If we land on him, it's not rigged.
Or
it's
is
gonna
it?
happen.
Or is it?
Gonna happen.
All right. Well,
It's gonna be May.
without further ado, let's see where we're going to begin today with Lovina, looking for some in sync here on the wheel, and up first of the day. It's going towards Pink, but it's not going towards Chris. Lovina.
Oh wow.
Lovina,
no.
why'd you bring this to us today?
I didn't do anything. This is your wheel.
This is Big Brother for Scott Weintraub, if I'm saying that correctly. No relation to BB26 Lisa Weintraub, although I remember a conversation about that at the time.
Oh yeah, that was a speculation, wasn't it?
Is there any chance they're related? This is a crazy way to start our day today. This man,
I love it.
as you will see in a second, if you don't remember already, was expelled from the Big Brother house.
This is so 2000s. This image.
I mean, he looks like he could be in NSYNC. No?
Yeah, it is.
No.
It's giving very much that.
I don't know.
He's giving Kevin Richardson of the Backstreet Boys. Don't ask questions.
All right. We'll take it. Amon, do we have notes on this man?
Yes. Scott was expelled from the house on day 8 after going on a tirade following his ex-girlfriend Amanda's entry into the house as part of the X Factor twist, making him the second house guest in history to be expelled.
I don't want to do psychology in today's episode, you know? But I will say, I always say this about Big Brother 4. It's a season I've seen like probably 3 times. And I don't know why. It's just one of my favorites. I think it's June, obviously, and Allison, but it's a good season for me. Like, I love it. I love when Big Brother was so like very obviously about like the societal the impact of like I don't know,
The
just like how
experiment, the
society
social.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
exactly.
sociological is the word I was looking for. I apologize. Sociological and the psychology of it, like putting people in a house, like, you know, whether it's Project DNA, whether it's duos from the outside world or this, I think this is the craziest one. Like, in my opinion, I know that they had long lost siblings in season 5. That's fine. But like, and obviously Big Brother 8, but like, I really think this is really tough for a lot of people. And from what I remember, these people weren't that. I feel like we always rag on Big Brother now and we're like, it's so young, but I feel like these people were quite young. Like, even
Oh
then,
yeah.
like mid-20s, that's nothing, y'all. We, the 3 of us, can attest to it. Like, us in our mid-20s, like, I'm sure, like, we're not thinking the same way we were now, like in our like close to our in our 30s. Like, come on now.
Oh,
So
we are all
watching this,
firmly now in our 30s. Lavina just joined us there.
okay, I was trying to like skate around it, but you got me. Yeah, I just turned 30 a few weeks ago. But yes, so point being that like I thought it was super interesting. Obviously, like, don't throw chairs around and almost I love the way June came at his neck and just like shameless, like
Mhm.
fearless, was like, what would you have done? I think she said something like, because he was like trying to like justify it, like,
Yeah.
well, I was just like in a bad mood or whatever, just like whatever. And it wasn't gonna hit anyone. I wasn't aiming for anyone. And she's like, well, what if you hit someone though? Like, I just love her. I should have known. We
Mhm.
all should have known in that moment, like, she's gonna be a bad bitch. But
Like,
and we did. And we
did they
did.
have psych tests before going into the house back then?
Yeah,
Because Justin makes it through in BB2. This guy makes it through in BB4.
but it's
They're
gotta be
just
loose.
Yeah, they're loose and they're very easy to quote unquote pass. Like
Mm.
the types of questions that they ask you, there are some in which you're like, okay, obviously if you answer this a certain way, it's going to be very obvious that you're lying. Um, but for the most part, if you want to appear stable, it's not so hard to these days. So I can only imagine what it was like back then, when everything was so kind of like in reality TV infancy. So you know, not surprising, but also at the same time, you know, if these two had like such a volatile history, this is kind of what they wanted. This is what production wanted. They wanted drama. They wanted a reaction out of the both of them. I don't think that they wanted this reaction, but it's the reaction they got nonetheless. To the point where like they couldn't like have a show normally because the other house guests are going into the diary room being like, get him out of here, please. So yeah, I
And
think it's a swing and a miss by production. I think that they maybe should have looked into the dynamics of the relationship a little bit more.
I don't
Maybe.
know if
Mm.
either of you remember, or if not, maybe somebody in the comments can remind me. Did he do that tirade in the house when Amanda, like after Amanda and David had slept together, or
No, before. Much
Yeah.
before, because it was like early.
Yeah.
okay?
Because David, that happened the week that he got evicted,
Yeah.
I believe.
That sounds
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
makes more sense in my brain.
And they were
So
the
yeah,
first.
he was just absolutely nuts and shouldn't have been in there. Unstable, should not have been locked in a house with people and left to, you know, they shouldn't have had to be worried about their safety when they very clearly were just living with this man. So that is a great way to start our day.
Yeah.
I wasn't
um,
gonna hit anyone. I wasn't aiming at him.
I feel like
Crazy.
we might have had this
If I hold a
conversation.
knife to your neck and I say, "How would you feel if I killed you?" Like you're gonna take me seriously?
Well, I also feel like those psych eval tests will ask questions like, would you kill someone? Like, everyone,
Yeah,
like, no, like, you know what I
that's
mean?
what I'm
It's an
saying.
easy
Like
question
it's
to
like
answer. Yeah.
obviously, so like you know what to say. You know how to. If he went this far in life being relatively functioning, what makes you think he's not going to be relatively functioning on that exam?
Right.
Like, so when you're in times of high stress, what do you do? And he's like, oh yeah, I just talk about it with the person that I need to talk about it with. And they're like, great,
Mm.
you're in.
Yeah.
Amon, I think we've had this discussion before when BB4s come up, but I don't remember, and it's been some time. But so I guess I may as well start with Lovina. You're in the house and your ex walks in the door. What do you do? Work with them, get them out as soon as possible.
It depends which one.
Think of the one that they would cast.
Oh, I would crash out.
Yeah.
I would crash out. Not like that. I wouldn't throw chairs, but I'd be like, yeah. I
Amon?
think I'd crash out.
I've only had one, and he's fine. Like, I feel like we'd be okay. So like,
Yeah.
If anything, I'd be suspicious that he would try to get one over on me first. So I feel like I might try to get him out as soon as I could, but I don't think it would be immediate. I think we'd be okay. That's sorry, that was a boring answer, but like I don't really have that much drama with the guy. Like it was like whatever.
That's your answer.
The
Yeah,
same.
I don't
Yeah,
know
the
that I
same.
would crash out because I guess it wasn't terrible, but like I don't know that I could sustain like what June and G were able to do deep into the season of like, oh, we actually can benefit from what like there's just no trust. Probably, I guess, at least where Lovina and I are concerned. Maybe Amon could work with his ex, but yeah, no.
It's not
happening.
necessarily like with trust because it depends. Like my first one, I have two. My first one, my long-term one, I'd be like Oman. Like I feel like I'd be like, we're good. There was no drama, nothing. The second one, I wouldn't call it drama, but I think like he's a great person. Like it's not anything to do with that. We just both would crash out because it's so recent.
Sure.
Like I'm thinking about like if it was right now, that's
Right.
that's what I'm focused on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making us all relive some trauma in the moment for no good reason. So let's get to the wheel and find an opponent for Scott, which, a bit of a layup here, unless, I don't know, who possibly could lose?
It's looking good.
Oh, come on.
Oh, we were so close.
Okay. Yes,
Not
favorite
that person like needs a
season.
layup, but like I would have appreciated. Brittany Haynes almost came up for audio only listeners, and that would have been such a, like just move along into round 2, Queen. But April from Big Brother 10. Lovina, your last episode was Big Brother 10 versus Big Brother 4. Was the first matchup.
That's crazy. But also it's funny because we had Ollie last time for Big
And then
Brother
we have
10.
April.
We're pulling people. Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, okay, you guys, my brain stopped. I thought it was Libra. Or not Libra. What was the other girl?
Keisha?
No, the married girl. I just got a divorce. She threw the ring. What was her name?
Angie?
Yeah, I thought it was Angie for a
Yeah.
second. I was gonna say like, oh, we kind of got the people that aren't as big of characters from that season in Ollie and her. But no, okay, we're good. I'm solid. Let's get into it.
And now I'm second guessing. That did say April Dowling, right? Not April Lewis.
It's
think so.
said Dowling, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like making sure that April Lewis is still here on the wheel because both Aprils are still available. Yes, that is correct. All right. Well, let's talk some BB10 after talking BB4, just like we did last time Lovina was here. Amon, what do you got?
All right, April. In week 1, she began a showmance with Ollie, which later turned intimate, and a friendship turned alliance with Keisha and Libra. She was known for being strategic and using her charms to further herself in the game. She won HOH in week 4 after making a deal with Michelle to keep her and Jesse safe. However, Keisha and Libra wanted Jesse out for his arrogance and backstabbed her by voting out Jesse. Following that, she aligned with Ollie, Michelle, and Jerry. She was nominated by Rennie in week 6, and she was evicted in a 4-1 vote, gaining only Ollie's vote to stay. Yeah.
And she, I don't know if that was in there because I was reading my notes while you were reading those, but the $10,000 gold bars that she had won were a big factor in her late game because everything was just falling apart. I mean, she comes in so strong, I guess I want to say, with this group, with Libra and with Keisha, and it's just like, all right, here we go. But obviously, the season ramps up and becomes one of, if not the number one best Big Brother season of all time, once that group falls apart and April's game is suddenly completely on the line. Lovina.
Yeah, I think a player like her just doesn't stand a chance with this kind of group, with this kind of group. Because another thing too is like, don't align with people that you personally cannot stand, because it was clear to me it's not just Keisha not liking her. It was both mutual. It was mutual, both sides. Like, don't align with people like that, because you're going to end up breaking apart from them and not wanting to discuss anything with them. Why the hell would you want to talk game with someone if you hate them, right? Like, personally, you just can't stand them. Not a person you would go to in your real life. So yeah, I think she didn't really stand a chance. I love every single person from this season. Like, truthfully, they are just icons. And without her, you can make the argument for every single person on the cast, minus the girl whose name I just forgot again, Angie and
Steven.
maybe Steven. Yeah, maybe Steven. Every single person, without them, something's missing. Like, there's a piece missing, and she's a huge one, a huge one. The moment before they go downstairs to confront Keisha and Libra, or I guess confront Libra at the start of Keisha's birthday.
Mhm.
And the way that Ollie's hyping her up, grabbing her shoulders, like, you got this, you got this. And she's like, I got this. Like, I'm going down. It's so good. Like, it just doesn't happen that way anymore. And I hate to sound like a Twitter stan that reposts that damn video of BB10 every offseason, preseason, and is like, they're just not doing it like this anymore. But they're not. Okay. Like, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And just a beautiful mess, the Coven Alliance. We love it so much. The heartbeat of season 10. Yeah, I mean, I feel like April is a somewhat decent player. I do think that where she falls is she has sort of like this holier than thou type of arrogance to her. She kind of felt like the other members of her alliance didn't really know what was best for her, that they were always trying to undercut her, which in a way is kind of true. I mean, and what that goes to kind of what you speak to, Lovina, with like you and Keisha were just never going to vibe. Like, the two of y'all, there was just something there was a disconnect there. I don't know what it's from. The personalities were just clashing hard. And anything that Keisha would say, you perceived it as being immature or being a threat or being catty. And the same thing for her. So when because they do come to you at first being like, we think that Jesse needs to be the one to go. And you're going outside of the alliance trying to cover your tracks and have something on the side with Michelle and Jesse, is like, okay, well, you're kind of like leaving them with no choice other than to do what they need to do. Because it's not like it was just Libra and Keisha that wanted Jesse out. There were other people in the house that didn't like him and wanted him gone. So, and that was like a big contention. It was like, oh, who was at fault here? Is it Libra the one that flipped? Is it Keisha's fault? Like, whose fault is it? And it's like, well, if y'all all work together, then maybe y'all could have kept the numbers that you did have, because you guys were kind of running the house, but then you kind of wanted to run the house on your terms without checking in with your core alliance. And I think that's ultimately, what does her in here, because at that point, like, she's standing on this like moral high ground whenever Michelle wins HOH and they go into that big magna cum laude blow up. It's like, girl, like, oh, now y'all best friends? Like, really? Like, this is what we're doing now? So
It's also tough. I feel like her game, like a lot of their games, obviously around this fight, just do blow up in a big way, and it feels like a lot of it seems irreversible. Like, you can't go back and fix those connections, but it's Big Brother, and as Dan himself says, there's always a way. And I feel like I remember thinking, as I am, binging the season a couple of times all these years later, that like maybe if she spent a little bit more time separated from Ollie and working on some of these relationships, something could have been done there. But it was just so much time spent with Ollie. And from what I gather from hearing about the feeds and what was seen on the feeds, it was even more than even we may be privy to from just the episode. So that is certainly a factor. Look, she's by no means the first, the last, the only person in a showmance that could have spent much more time engaging with the rest of the house than with their showmance partner. But it's something that, you have to at least take into account. It's not going to really matter here in this matchup. She's good for now, but in the next round or the next round after that, depending on how far she goes, something that I think could come up. But look at this. Look at April making her way to the next round. I am only assuming, but
You would
anybody have
think.
anything else on April before we let her go here? Well, not let her go. Move her along.
I'm throwing my chair back at Scott. Get him out of here.
Yep. I'm not evicting him. Wait, what's the word?
Expel
You
him.
guys, I can't think. Expelled. My brain's not working. I'm expelling Scott from the diary room.
Again, get him out of here. Do we think anybody has any idea what Scott is up to? Scott Weintraub.
Should I
is up
Google
to?
him? You should Google
Scared.
him.
I'm scared.
Someone should. I don't know that I want any of us to do it. I don't want to know if there's anything super bad right now. And I don't know. I'm guessing if there is anything, it's probably not good. So,
I would have to guess that he went home and saw what happened with David and did not have a good experience with that.
no.
Because if he's on camera, like doing what he did, God forbid, like
Yeah.
I don't even know. And like, where's she at? Like, where are all these Big Brother 4 people at? I don't hear about any of them.
It's June is like the one that we obviously hear the most about. Erica Landon's still out there. She's popping up from time to time. I feel like she's been on RJP in the past couple of years.
Mhm.
Allison, there's like fake Allison accounts, and sometimes I just pretend they're real. People pretend to be Allison on TikTok commenting on something.
I'd like to think she lurks, She's just
Yeah.
lurking in the shadows.
Just like popping in to see people still like, we love you, Queen. And she's like,
Yeah,
oh, you
we
people are
still
still
think about you.
out there. Yeah.
I feel like
Well-
June said that she talks to Jack, but I might have made that up.
I'd believe it. Unfortunately, Jack no longer here with us in this competition, but
You made
Oh
that
my God,
sound.
I was like, wait.
I
did
know.
miss
I know
that?
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean for that to sound like
I felt so dumb for a
I'm
second. I was
sorry.
like, wait. Oh my
Jack's
God.
still here with us on Earth, just not here with us in this podcast. Anyway, so
Good.
confirming that was unanimous. 3-0 for
Yes.
April to go through to the next round. Very
Has
good.
everyone in the coven made it? Or did she get
Yeah.
jacked?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, cool.
Big Brother 10 right now. Brian, Hart, Steven, and Ollie are the only ones to have not made it through. Jerry lost his matchup, but won a battle back.
Yeah.
Period.
So
Okay.
Jerry is back. And we're still waiting on Angie Lovina, as you can
Mhm.
very much remember her name.
Now I can.
And the guy who won the season, also waiting for him to come up.
Oh yeah, that guy.
That guy. Yeah. Maybe it'll be right now as we pick our third player of the episode. It could be. He's there.
Even if he came up against Chris, I would still. I would still.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hottie alert.
Okay. Close enough.
Ooh. And I'm not just talking BB2. Have you all seen this man lately? Reuniting with Bunky and Monica and popping in on a podcast here or there.
I have not. I have
Well,
not seen him.
Your eyes will thank you when you do.
Okay.
I recommend looking it up.
Hardy, Big Brother 2.
Oh my gosh. Why did I feel like we were done with Big Brother 2? Oh wait, how could we have been done with Big Brother 2 when Dr. Will's ass is still not there? And Mike Boogie for that matter.
And Kent. We have we had 4 left. This is gonna bring us down to 3 left to go from the first season kind of Big Brother.
Wow.
What do you got on Hardy, Amon?
Hardy began the game as part of the Other People. Hardy also joined the Untouchables with Krista and Monica. After Hardy won HOH, during the 3rd week, he targeted the showmance of Shannon and Will. This led to several arguments with Shannon, including the infamous moment of Shannon washing the toilet with Hardy's toothbrush. Hardy's game began to unravel after he had a falling out with the other members of the Untouchables. Despite Hardy winning HOH during week 8 and evicting Bunky, whom Hardy saw as the biggest comp threat to him, his fallout with Monica ended up costing him. After Monica won HOH, she nominated Hardy and ended up giving Will, whom Hardy had nominated several times, the sole power to evict. Will cast the sole vote to evict Hardy, placing 4th.
I feel like my first question I want to ask you both is, are there flaws in Hardy? Not just in Hardy's face. There's no flaws in Hardy, generally speaking. In his game, like I feel like when I think of him, I just think of like he did almost everything good, well, right? I mean, maybe a little bit of a temper.
He's
Sometimes.
definitely like, when I look at him, he gives winner of the season in any other type of timeline. Maybe if towards the end of the game didn't start to unravel, and 68 days is a lot of days
Mhm.
for 2001. It was 2001, right? Like
Yep.
that's a long time,
Yeah.
I feel like. And it was a new concept, and the way that they handled the new concept, there wasn't a veto, the whole thing. I feel like he could have been the winner of the season, if not for the end, obviously,
Yeah.
the end of his game. That sounds so stupid, but you know what I mean. But like and it's just, I feel like people that are like pretty have a privilege. Like it is what it is. I feel like he came into it with that, and he was kind of like an anti Dr. Will, where Dr. Will is also very fine, and
Mhm.
like him, Hardy is like 90s fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
a fine, yeah. So like that's Hardy. And I feel like they all saw that and we're probably like, oh, is that a threat? Dr. Will is like leaning into it. He's like, I'm fine. And guess what? I'm perfect. XYZ. And we all know and we love it. And he made an alliance with someone who is the exact same way, but shouldn't have been. However, and then got with the girl, blah, blah, blah. Hardy is just very much like, the way that I would describe him in the most basic way possible is like a green flag. And I feel like
Mhm.
you gravitate towards a green flag, really hot person who's also a good person. So to answer your question, socially, really good. And he's winning. He had, as we can see on the screen, 3 HOH. And I do I love him targeting Bunky? Maybe not, but again, the game was so new and
Yeah.
unknown that in the way that he handled it, to me, he could have been the winner. Like to me, he is the other winner. The final
The
three were
other
iconic. The final three were iconic, but like let's extend it out to the four, and like that is a really solid four
It's a
at the end.
strong start to the franchise.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I agree. I think he definitely is the beginning of the archetype that people like Drew eventually will fill. People like um Jeff will try to fill, right? Like it's sort of like the honorable guy, the upstanding guy, and then he's filling that archetype whilst also being a part of the cast that has to be the archetype, the architects rather, for how strategy for Big Brother is going to work. And for him, he was the antithesis of Dr. Well. Like you said, he wasn't a schemer. He didn't believe in the lying and the deceit and all of that stuff. And one side of the fan base is going to love that. The other side of the fan base is going to be like, no, Dr. Will is playing the game the way that it should be played. But you still kind of respect both, kind of like two sides of the same coin. I think, ultimately what does him in is the sort of like righteousness. I think there's sort of like this moralistic tone that he goes with the house, or travels throughout the house with. And I think it ultimately gets him into trouble because he allows someone like Dr. Will, who's scheming, to allow him to believe that there are other people that are less deserving of this righteous game that he was playing than Will was. So guess that's more of a testament to how Will was able to really just work that against him. And by the time there's a chance to get Will out, it's too late because you passed that chance over. Will and what's her face are getting all cozy, and then you're screwed in the end. So it's like, I think his game was nearly perfect for what it was at the time, for BB2 being the very first Big Brother game to be played, right? But obviously when someone is playing chess and not checkers against you, you can play all the checkers in the world, you're going to get outplayed. So yeah.
I mean, it's obviously like you can't just pretend that Dr. Will doesn't exist in this season. Why would you want to? But in a world where Dr. Will wasn't there in the end game and it's just him, Monica, and Nicole, he's clearly the winner at that point. I think he's probably convincing both women to bring him to the end, if not him winning his way to the end. And I think he wins that jury vote hands down. Dr. Will, and when we get to him and talk about all the great aspects of his game, he was one of Hardy's major blind spots in the end game of this season, or really most of the season. The fact that Will is such a big target, but is still able to kind of skate by. And of course, a lot of that has to do with like his work, Will's work on Nicole, who is also working with Hardy and working with Monica throughout the season. And then Nicole's influence back to that group of, all of that was going on along the way. But Hardy, just as far as like the way he navigated the house and treated people, as far as I can remember, with like kindness and respect and love. Bunky, like he had a good relationship with him, who's like, you see like Bunky has confessionals talking about like, this guy is gorgeous, like he is a beautiful specimen, and I'm just like staring at him every day. And like Hardy very quickly takes him in and is like treating him just with kindness, and that's going to win Bunky over in a second. He's got him, not wrapped around his finger, but he's got a good relationship with him, again, to my memory. And I don't know, I just feel like I think Lovina specifically were describing just the what is it attractiveness, what is the term for that?
90s fine.
90s
No,
fine.
just privilege, pretty privilege, something like that. Yeah, pretty privilege, obviously a thing in Big Brother. But I think he also just used his social skills in a big way on top of the pretty privilege to really do a lot of good work.
Yeah, I think people gravitate to the pretty people, like just naturally, like it's just how the way of the world, and it is what it is. And he can use that to his advantage in the Big Brother house to win some money, right?
Yeah.
And I also feel like Dr. Will, I know we're not talking about him, but Dr. Will is very like, doesn't know how to handle a person like him. And you saw it in Kaser as well. Really upstanding person, like wants to do the right thing, working with some people. Granted, Kaser's issues are different and we know what they are. Can't stand not to be the leader. He has to be that person at the front. I wouldn't say that about Hardy, but in terms of like really attractive, well-liked, and is the good guy, Dr. Will like can't get along with that kind of person. So I feel like that's also just really interesting in terms of laying out the land of what the show's going to be.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Hardy is a candidate to go, I don't know, a round two, probably more than a round. I would say he could go a couple of rounds, but I also feel like there's just something in my head telling me that he's going to get taken out like unjustly or unexpectedly.
I don't want to put that out there. I'm rooting for him.
I don't know. It's just the vibe that I get. Like,
I
don't know if it's right now or like deeper into the competition where it's going to be like, well, because he didn't win, someone who is either a winner or just a more obvious, I don't know, Will's still here. Maybe that's what I'm thinking it's going to happen again.
Damn. I mean, that would be a clash for the ages.
Well, let's see if that is what we have. Just imagine. But then we can't get Will versus Chris.
Oh, damn it.
Well, it's not the celebrity you were looking for, Lovina, but it is a celebrity. Ryan Lochte.
That was such a good season, you guys. The cast was so good. We have to get into it. Oh, wow.
The wheel is pretty man phobic today because we're about to send home a handsome man one way or the other.
Ain't nobody worried about no damn Swim Shady. Screw him.
Not my type.
When I pulled up this picture, I was like, maybe not mine either, but I remember he was a handsome man in the house.
Oh, he's definitely handsome. He's just...
This is not his best picture. Ryan Lochte, the man who swam miles in that Big Brother backyard. They put a whole Olympics pool, like practice pool in the backyard for him. And how many days did he last? 13.
Unlucky.
That's kind of cool, though. That's kind of cool.
I Actually, no, I can't remember. I feel like people wanted to use the pool even after he was gone. It wasn't just there for
Yeah.
him.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But it
Has
was
to have
like
been.
the design of it was that like the waves or the water would like come at you so fast, so you could do like actual swimming in it.
I didn't even know that those kinds of pools in that size existed. I was
No, me
like,
either.
this is crazy. Like, how much did they have to spend on this?
Right?
I know.
We have notes, Amon.
Yes, we do. Ryan, after winning the first HOH, Ryan was forced to nominate half of the house for eviction, which led to his ally Jonathan's eviction. Ryan then found himself in the minority of the house and was backdoored days later.
I don't remember why he put him up. Why did he put him up? I feel like I remember it being stupid.
He had to put Jonathan up from the twist.
Okay.
That whichever one of them, like they were a pair in the first competition, and whoever won HOH, the other person had to be on the block.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's right. But I feel like something stupid happened on the way. Like something could have been.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't the best pair. So maybe the specifics will come back to us over the course of this conversation, but it wasn't working very well between the two of them, as noted by Jonathan going out first and Ryan going out second.
Yeah. I think this was definitely a thing where he was kind of just in over his own head. He like sort of just played this very transparent game, right? Which to him, I think that was just like, it's like that's just how he thought the game worked. He was like, oh, well, I mean, production's making me do this, so I'm just gonna be honest about how I'm feeling about you guys in the house and how I feel, who I feel like I can actually work with and who I might not be able to work with. And I just remember watching him talk through his thought process with Jonathan about who they were gonna put up, and I'm like, you might want to leave that part out. You might just want to just be like, I'm sorry, I have to do it. It is what it is. I don't want you to go. I pray for you to win the veto. But no, because he wasn't a fan of the show, he didn't know how to do the usual smoke and mirrors thing. And so it just put him in this position where he's an athlete. He's attractive. He's winning the first competition. He's up there scheming with Jonathan about who like half the house is gonna get put up. At that point, like when you got somebody like Lolo Jones in there, it's like, okay.
Well, do we remember the Lolo Jones and Ryan Lochte connection of they were friends, they were from the Olympics together, obviously, and Lolo comes into the house thinking that Ryan's going to be her guy.
Yep.
And then Ryan spends time with like anyone that's not Lolo. And wasn't that double bird that she gave to the wall in related to Ryan? She had enough of him, and she let it know. She let it be known.
She is perfect casting. That was perfect like I will rewatch the season tonight, like low key. I'm looking for something to rewatch, so I'm down.
Just rewatch the episode where Lolo and Natalie get caught by Tamar making an alliance.
Yes.
And then Tamar says, "Girl, don't get punched in your throat." Lolo goes, "Excuse me?"
God, they fought so much. So really,
somebody got one more time to call me a bitch, and I'm gonna start yanking. Then do it. Then say it. Then do it. Then say it. I'm gonna do it. Oh my God.
I would have loved to see Ryan Lochte still in the house for all this stuff, but it wasn't Joey Lawrence in their trio too. It was like a trio of guys, and it was just a flop. Joey Lawrence was like too busy doing his shower routine or whatever it was.
Yes, his skincare and all that.
Yeah. Ryan Lochte came to the house for one reason and one reason only, and it was to fix his reputation. Because at the time, after the Olympics and his whole heyday, whatever, at the Olympics, I think I don't remember what it was. Was he threw a beer at someone at a gas station, or what was
he had a whole story about him, something that happened to him while he was there, and he
said he got jumped or something.
Him and his teammates
was
had made
the one
it up.
that,
and then to bring back Dancing with the Stars into it, Ryan Lochte on Dancing with the Stars at one point, and getting a person from the audience ran onto the dance floor to come after Ryan Lochte, had to get taken down by security. It's a whole thing. So yeah, and then here's years later, like you said, Lovina, we're trying to do some image rehabilitation, and I don't know that many people were buying it, but I do feel like the Big Brother audience getting to meet him was like, oh, this himbo, maybe there's something here.
He always felt like someone that was like, I mean, of course, there's going to be a certain level of fame if you were an Olympic athlete, right? But he always felt like one of the, like, but there are plenty of Olympic athletes that we see participate every 4 years, and we don't remember any of their names. Only reason we remember his is because of the controversy that surrounded him, right? I mean, he's a talented swimmer, but like, he was supposed to fade away into obscurity, relative obscurity, sooner than he did. But because of this, he gets the opportunity to have an apology tour on reality TV, much like someone else we know on a previous season. But again, I think he kind of just was like, he didn't know what the hell was going on. He just said yes to the opportunity because it was a nice thing to be able to say yes to, you know?
But didn't he have his own reality show?
Did he?
Yeah, I think he had his own reality show because they were like, oh, he's like the cool. So this was like, I think he was like, so Michael Phelps was like transitioning into retirement. Like it was like about to be over for him, I believe. But he was like part of like the trio or the squad that he was part of. And I think people at the Olympics loved him because he had like this quote that was like, Gia or whatever. What did he say?
Okay.
It was like, Gia. I like remember this so
sounds
vividly.
very vaguely familiar.
Yeah, he like had something like a catchphrase. People are like, oh, he's like the chill, like surfer bro, cool guy, but really talented and really good and winning medals. And like, so he was kind of like the cool, fun, chill boy next door, Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps was like very serious, blah, 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 had the marijuana scandal at the time, like whatever. So they were like, whoa, when that happened, you know? But like for him, you know, he was the cool one, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's why he got a reality show, and then the controversies began, and then, you know, we're here. I think it worked because I remember they were showing like his wife and kids a lot. And I remember like my parents, like my mom was like, they didn't really know about the controversies, but my mom was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like sees kids, you know, like it works for middle
Ryan
America.
Lochte do began airing April 21st, 2013 on E and was canceled after only one season. 5 weeks later, Ryan Lochte's public persona and character have inspired a series of unflattering internet memes.
I knew it.
Guess he doesn't make it very deep into most shows that he's competing on. So that's tough. Or not competing on.
Even his own. Goddamn.
Yeah, producing on, I guess. I'm also remembering, I don't know if anyone mentioned this yet, when he puts Candy on the block and he's like, oh, I just feel like our personalities didn't mesh. And she's like, did I do something to you? Like she was so taken aback by being nominated by him because he just made it sound like it was somewhat personal. And she's like, I barely know you. But that was kind of her experience for the first couple of weeks.
That's such an iconic cast, you guys. Like it's really so good.
It was
like that is phenom. They got Candy Burris. Candy Burris. She wrote It's Gonna Be Me. Like, or no, she didn't write It's Gonna Be Me. What did she write? Girlfriend.
She's written a lot.
No, she's written in Sing Songs. She wrote It Makes Me Ill. She wrote It Makes Me Ill.
And you know, the craziest part about this season is it's so good, even from my perspective. And I was like not in the best mental state during this season. I was just going through some stuff. But I was still like living for Celebrity Big Brother season 2. I was like, oh, but this is good. Like I had turned on my feeds and I got this.
Volatile ass cast, yo.
Crazy stuff.
It's crazy.
And just like resulting in like that finale, that win. Oh my God. Hardy versus Ryan Lochte. Lovina?
I gotta go
Pretty Boy.
I gotta go 90s fine on this one. My boy Hardy. I just think that he's so I have an affinity for like the single digit Big Brother seasons. I just love them so much. Unless you're 9, to be honest. Even 1. I'm like, I love 1. But you know, he's just a better player. We know that.
Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah, I agree. It's I guess we got a hard on for Hardy.
Whoa.
Boy, do we. Boy, do I.
Now, how long would YouTube let that video stay up if that was the title of this episode? Because
a hard on for Hardy, put it up. I'm not.
That's his name.
Well, not the Hardy part.
Hardy's his name.
I know, but what about the first part of that? I don't know if YouTube's approving that.
It's a play on name.
True. Hardy on. All right. Well, we'll think about it because he is going through to the next round with my vote as well as a patron vote from Connor, ensuring Hardy makes it to the next round. It's going to be 4-0.
That was for thirst. I know you, Connor. That was thirst. That was a thirst vote.
Do you? Are you sure?
Surely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe. And if so, valid. Lovina, I have something really spooky to show you on the wheel here. Look where
Mhm.
the wheel is sitting right now.
Yeah, that's. You know what? Let me pose. Let me pose. Let's do like a fake. Like, okay, hold on. Okay, everyone. Okay, everyone, screenshot that on video. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
I mean, I wasn't paying attention before. I guess because usually I think it immediately jumps like the ticker goes to the next name. So was Chris Kirkpatrick the name right? I don't think he was.
I don't
No,
think he
he
was either. I
wasn't.
don't
We
remember him
passed
being
him.
anywhere in the vicinity, or else we would have been like, "Oh my god!"
I
We
think it was like
passed him.
because no, but I saw that what's his face? Ryan was like right next to another celebrity Big Brother player. I just don't remember who it was. I mean, it's not
Hmm.
important at this point, but we could just pretend
Not Cody and
like we
Ashley
do.
being right next to each other.
That's crazy. Well, there's a lot of intriguing names here, and we have one more matchup to get to today. So
Oh my
let's
god.
get to it.
I'm so scared.
Oh my god.
Player number 5 of the day. The first one of this next matchup is going to be. Oh, I think this is where we almost were. It was almost
This
on
is
Carson
so
Kressley.
rude. This is so rude. Okay.
But we're going to instead go to Big Brother Canada 6, and we're going to talk about the runner-up, Kayla. This is a very interesting name here. I can't think of many players in Big Brother history as controversial, honestly, not because of anything she said or did or anything like that, but by the sheer nature of like her not winning the game. I mean, it's Tyler, it's Paul. At the time, not in reality, but
Not
at
at
the
the time for
time,
me
the
at all.
conversation that people were having was this Kayla deserved to win, and the jury's so bitter, and Paris this and that. I don't agree with it. I think Kayla played it.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about it. I'm on while I'm getting Kayla's picture up. What do we got?
All right. Kayla laid low for the first few weeks, but started to play aggressively when she won HOH in week 6, backdooring Erica. From then on, she controlled the game with her showmance Derek. During the triple eviction, they sent home Johnny and Olivia. She then went on to win every comp she competed in from that point onwards until the final 3. At the final 4, Paris won HOH and nominated her and Derek, but Kayla won the final POV and voted out Paris's last remaining ally, Will. At final 3, Paris won HOH and sent Derek because she wanted 2 girls in the final 2. Despite her strong gameplay, Kayla's bad jury management and lack of close relationships cost her the win in a 6-1 vote.
Meanwhile, she was saying she was going to cut Derek. We'll never know for sure. She, I think, pretty much stood by that for a long time afterwards, that she was going to cut Derek and then still lose to Paris, probably. I mean, I guess it's different depending on, like, Paris gained momentum by going into the final 2, having won and brought herself there and cutting Derek. But I don't know. I still think Paris had the jury connections, the social game to always win that vote. And as Aman at least knows, when Paris comes up, I just can't shut up. So, Lovina, let me turn over to you.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that's my sister. My mom and I were watching, and I was like, "Mom, guess what? There's an Iranian girl on the season." And I was like, "Guess what? She's winning." Like, my mom doesn't know anything about Canada, not the country, the season. We know, my family knows plenty about Canada. Let me say. However, the season, like, but she was tuned in, is what I'm saying. Same reason, like she was asking about Venus on Survive for 46. I like forgot for a second. And the Traders 3 or Canada, whatever. Anyway, so I think that Kayla, I don't think it's comparable to like a Paul or like, I don't think it's comparable to a Tyler. I can say maybe a Paul, definitely not a Tyler. The Tyler loss was so egregious to me, and I will, for a while I pretended I was okay with it, and from now recently, like, that is the most egregious loss in Big Brother history to me personally. And like, it's not even like I'm a Tyler stan. Like, it's just like what it means for the show. Like, it just pissed me off so bad. So like, in comparison to that, I can't really do it. I guess you could say some things about Paul, because also Paul had really poor jury management. Big Brother Canada 5 and 6, I feel like went on a crazy run. Like, I feel like they were just so volatile. They were just always at each other's throats. Like, it was crazy. Like, I remember, like, even Paris, like, she I think her name is pronounced Paras. Like, I'm pretty sure. So that's why if I say it weird, that's why.
Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
she, that's like the white way. Paris is like the white way to say it, like whatever. However, like she was like yelling at people for nothing, like everyone's yelling for nothing. When Kayla sends home Erica's walking up the steps and she's like, yeah, exactly what Amon's doing, flipping the camera off, like saying, you guys, all this stuff. And Kayla saying, I respect you a lot, and it's like iconic. I just feel like the way she goes about it is so bad. Like, it's so, like, I was not for a second shocked, no bias, that she did not win. I think maybe almost all of the votes going to Paras, like I was a little bit surprised by. But just the way that even like Maddie was in the jury, like caping for her, shilling for Paras, like I get that she was working with her and stuff, but I remember at the time it was controversial because we are like, wow, Maddie's such a wet blanket. Like Paras was like so awful to her from like behind her back. Great that she wouldn't know, but still, like that was like so like I don't know. And Johnny as well, like in the jury, just like everyone's cheering. Like that jury questioning is iconic for many reasons. The yelling, we get all of that. They were both great speeches, great questioning, great answers, but also just the way that Canada didn't. This is why I think it peaked here for Canada because and we love season 10 Kevin Jacobs, however, but I think it peaked because they let the crowd and the jury do whatever the hell they wanted to do. The way the jury was just like actively rooting for Paras was like crazy for me to see. And at that moment, I know Kayla knows she lost, and I feel horrible about that. She played a great game, but it's just like at the end of the day, it is a social game, and we've seen it even with our most recent winner in Ashley. Like, I think that's just the types of players that I personally gravitate to. How can you navigate situations? How can you get yourself out of a situation? You got to make people like you. I know you want to play like a bad bitch game. I'm going to cut my mans, like, and I get that. And I do believe her. However, I don't know if it's enough to make people like you. And I know that sounds so probably annoying to a lot of people, but
she called them babies in her final jury speech. Like that was the final nail in the coffin of just like, if I can't remember the specifics of how she phrased it, but just like, if you all don't understand the game I played, or if that hurt your feelings or something like that, then you're all just a bunch of babies. Meanwhile, Paris is giving like the most passionate, like, I deserve to win. I played a strong game speech. We know those two speeches, the way that they went back and forth, and I'll never forget it. I'll never let anyone forget it. But she didn't have good jury management.
Kayla is like the epitome of a girl who's like, I'm a girl boss, like, and means it. You know what I mean? Like the millennial, like I got a mug at my desk at work, like, oh, today's office, puts it in the Instagram photo, out of office today, just always talking about like, I'm gonna like work really hard, and I feel like that's kind of off-putting to some people because like a show like this, you want to connect with that person. And I personally, this is nothing on her. Obviously, I don't know her, but if I was in the house, I wouldn't connect with her probably because I just don't know how to interact with people like that. Where it's just like business, 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 business. Okay, like I just that was the impression I got. It's been a while, but from what I remember.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I think she opened really strong, right? I think there was a lot going on at the top of the game and into the mid game with BB Can 6, with Erica, with Hamza, with Johnny. There was a lot going on. I think that she positioned herself very well to sort of pick up the reins when there was a power vacuum. But then, like her little blurb says, it's win after win after win after win. And while that is impressive, it also gets to the point where your competitors are going to start to feel like you're not having to do the same work that they're doing. Like physical prowess is great and all, but when your back isn't proverbial, when it's not up against the wall like that, when you don't have to like be in the trenches socially trying to politic your way out of the gutter, people get very, very bitter towards that kind of stuff. And your job at that point is to then explain to them, I had no choice. I had to do this because at that point, all of you all were coming for me. And I feel like she did make those points, but it was wrapped in like this very paternalistic, talking down to you type of way. And that's not how you're going to clutch the win in the end, sis. Like, you played a great game. You played a very physically dominant game, right? You were a very control-oriented strategist. You knew who to target. You knew who to get out. You knew which linchpin to pull. That's all there. But Paras, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Paras.
She was able to, last the entire way through. She was able to avoid the block. She was able to also politic her way out of the gutter. And she was able to do it with people actually liking her. Like, so, she could have won. She definitely could have won. But I think that she majorly fumbled. I think that she got very used to her and her showmance winning every damn competition. And, her social muscles were just not getting flexed at all.
The power of like the dominant game she played can't be, I think, overstated, because while the social game obviously means a lot, the reason people were so up in arms and so upset was because physically she crushed it in comps. She did a lot of really good work strategically as well. There were some slip ups along the way. Like specifically, I feel like there was a time that I remember her and Derek, we were just talking about, the showman spends too much time together, doing a little bit of that, where Johnny is out there working the whole rest of the house and kind of getting people against Dayla for the time being. Obviously, Dayla comes out ahead of Johnny in the long run, but they had some slip ups, but she was also really good. She set herself up throughout the game with Olivia and Allie by her side, like navigating to get past Erica and have that happen. Obviously, a twist helps with all of that, but she makes a call that makes a lot of sense for her game to get out such a big threat. And just, I don't know, I can't point to too many things throughout the game that she's not in a dominant position for. It's just when you get to the end, you can understand, if you know how the Big Brother social game works, why she didn't ultimately win, but she's still got a lot of good things going for her. So it was so tough for me to be like having those conversations at the time, because I'm like, look, I get it. She played really well, but you need however many jury members to vote for you to win because they like you and they respect your game. And Paris had that. And that's why Paris won. Sorry. Not sorry. So there's Kayla.
I co-sign all of that.
There's Kayla, a pretty big name here from the world of Big Brother Canada. Maybe not one that gets, talked about a ton by this time the series comes to an end. But Lovina, obviously I'm with you as far as the season as a whole. It certainly is the peak before we're about to go in a crazy direction. Season 9 and 10 both with a pretty big boost before we get into whatever happens.
And season 8 would have been great.
Yeah.
I maintain that.
Their videos on YouTube have a lot of views because the COVID of it all. There's that.
Ready for the last player today?
Yes. Come on.
Well, we have that screenshot. So let's see what happens. One more player to go here today with Lovina. And look, if it doesn't happen, I'm going to call you.
My eyes are closed. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
We are going back to BB10.
So you're telling me manifestation works because you're saying it out loud enough. I just hit my chin on the mic. It's happening enough and I'm saying it out loud. But I've been saying Chris like every day of my life since I was 5 and it's not coming up in the wheel. Okay. We got Angie, you guys.
We got Angie Swindle from Big Brother 10. And why does that name sound so familiar? Because we were just talking about her at the beginning of this episode. Not Chris Kirkpatrick. We'll have to wait another day. But for now,
wow,
Angie.
Damn. So this leaves just Dan, right?
Dan is the
crazy
final player
that
needs to come up before Big Brother 10 is done in round 1.
Wow. Wow.
Before we talk about it, everyone who's on video, I just want to say that I just saved this picture of Rennie to my phone. And I just want to talk about it.
Is this current? I can't really tell from so far
I don't
away.
know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I live.
Serving regardless.
I wish I got Rennie.
Well, Rennie is already into the next round, so when we talk to you, then maybe we'll manifest that Rennie versus Chris Kirkpatrick. Anyway, Aman, notes on Angie.
Angie began the game in a comfortable position, being aligned with Jesse, Michelle, and Memphis, whilst also having strong bonds with Brian, Dan, and Steven. After joining the house and voting out Brian and Steven, Angie was targeted by Keisha in week 3 for seemingly not being there for Steven and being too close to Memphis. Keisha nominated Angie alongside Jesse. Angie and Jesse tried to convince Keisha to put Libra in their place, as Libra had gained a reputation for being shady. However, Keisha refused, as she had given her word to Libra and left the nominations intact. On day 24, Angie was evicted by a vote of 8-0, placing 11th.
Not a ton to write home about with Angie. Like you were saying, Lovina, it's kind of one of the very few characters on the season that doesn't change the makeup of the game, but they do kind of fill their purpose at the beginning of the season here by being the exact people who should go out to ensure the rest of the season has the maximum intrigue, drama, entertainment. So at least we have that. I mean, the drama has to build up from the rest of the people by what's happening in the first couple of weeks. So thank you, Angie.
I think she did her job in that sense. Now that you put it that way, I'm thinking about it more, because I think about the first week where Brian is definitely the house target and he's going home, but Steven and her are playing the puppets, and Dan are playing the puppets or whatever in the backyard, and everyone's just kind of like, what the hell is Angie doing? Why? Like, you know, I think I remember it was April who's like, what the hell? Like, why are you out there? Maybe it was Keisha, I don't know. Excuse me. And yeah, like I think she's probably doesn't have the best reads. Like, I get you want to hang out. I remember she had a DR. I think she said, like, I want to hang out with the people that I actually like. I don't care. I like Brian a lot, so I'm going to hang out with him. And I appreciate that she's real, but like maybe she's just not for the game, as we can see. Like, she was not, and just like, I want to like make new friends. And I am curious to know like where she is right now, and if she ever, like, you would think like people like this from an older whatever. This is old. This is an old season. Older season. As an early boot would be out of it immediately, but we've got Carol Journey. So I'm like, where's Angie at? You know, like I'm curious about that, but not a lot to say about Angie.
Yeah. Yeah. Just guilty by association. I don't think that she did enough to get the stink of Brian and Steven off of her. You know, I think Keisha's reasoning was a little, it was like, really, girl, like you're saying, oh, it's because she wasn't there for Steven, but like, what did y'all want her to do? Like, the whole house was against him. Like, what was she supposed to do? Just like, I mean, yeah, she can stick by him, but you guys are also talking about her sticking by them in the first place. I think it was more to do with the fact that she wasn't like really the girly girl or the girl's girl, quote unquote. She did have a lot of relationships with a lot of the guys in the house. But so did April. I mean, she was in the HOH from getting them cheap. Oh, anyway, I just think that there was a little bit of jealousy there on Keisha's end. As much as I love Keisha, that's kind of what it always gave me. And yeah, you know, I think it was just a very easy, drama-free boot for Keisha's HOH. Just no mess, no drama. Just get her out of here, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the fact that she wasn't able to convince Keisha to be on her side or to bring Angie into her side when she had that shared Steven connection is like, you know, I feel like I don't want to say she's not a halfway decent player, because I feel like she didn't make any major mistakes or any major mistakes. But like, you would think that Steven connection would have been enough to say like, look, I wanted him to stay. I know you were friends with him. Like, don't look at me. But I agree with you, Mon. Obviously it was an easy decision to make and kind of not get too messy with her week, especially not that they knew what was to come, but knowing what was to come. So yeah, Lovina, just again, from the perspective of well, at least she goes out and allows the rest of the lunatics in the house to really just marinate on the drama that had been building up and allow us to get to what happens in the weeks afterwards. We thank her for that. I just don't know how much we'll thank her as far as advancing her, but I'm open to hearing anyone's argument. Kayla versus Angie.
I don't have a huge argument. I think you guys both hit the nail on the head with her too. Is just if someone decides, certain people, if they decide they don't like you for whatever reason, and that again, Amon, I think I also got the sense of jealousy a little bit because it's like, why do you not like somebody immediately? Like, that like, what is it? If you don't talk and whatnot, it's like, well, like you gotta like kind of think about it that way, right? As much as you might not want to. But yeah, I think I get that. If there's certain people, if they decide they don't like you, it's done. A lot of people are not like that, but the Big Brother 10 cast, they're like that. And we love them for it, right? Like it's not good for Angie, but yeah, I think she, as you said, Matt, not many mistakes, just kind of was there. So for that reason, granted, she's part of my favorite season. I'm going to vote for Kayla, even though I hate when people say Kayla should have won and it pisses me off. So voting for Kayla, though, it's not her fault.
No. Amon.
I feel like it's paining you to have to vote for Kayla as well, Matt, because you're just such a Paris stan.
No, it's the right vote here. I guess I'll officially go second since you already said my vote. But yeah, I'm voting for Kayla. I'm just thinking about how Angie could have beat Scott if she got that matchup instead of April, and then Angie would have gone through.
Yeah.
What if it was reversed and it was April versus Kayla? That would have been. I think I'd still vote for Kayla. And that would have been very interesting. Like two showmancers, but Kayla was a stronger player.
I would have voted for April.
I mean, I'm not bad about it.
Yeah, because
you're not going to get contest from me.
It's hard for me to. I think of April all the time when I think about the show. That's not a thing too. Last episode, I remember I was like, I'm going to vote based on impact as well. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the matchups that we've had this time aren't super they're a little bit more obvious, I would say. But yeah, I think if it was April from BB10 versus Kayla, I would vote April.
Yeah. Amon officially voting for Kayla, I assume.
Voting for Kayla. Okay. It's your lucky day, baby.
Your fun fact of the evening is that this is the first episode since BB27's been added to not feature a BB27 player pulled.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
I believe it was 5 episodes in a row that they just said we're here and we're going to take over, except not today.
Well, good. I have fatigue from them anyway. I've muted the hashtag long ago.
Let's play an embargo on BB27.
To recap what we had today, most recent matchup, Kayla, BB Can 6 runner-up, goes through to the next round over Angie from BB10, joins the very small list of BB10 players not going through, but someone who is going through from BB10 is April, who won her matchup very easily against Scott, ejected, expelled from BB4, justifiably so, of course. And then some eye candy in the middle with Hardy from Big Brother 2 going through to the next round over Ryan Lochte. So not the celebrity Lovina was looking for, but a celebrity nonetheless. And those are the results of the day. Also, Lovina, now 6 matchups into this podcast, we've never had a disagreement. These they've all been 3-0 votes, every one of them that we've had with you.
Me?
Yeah.
Both episodes.
Wow.
Both episodes.
She's the most agreeable guest we've had.
Just I don't know, the peacemaker or something like that. We just
off the charts.
We all have to agree when Lovina's here.
We have to say that we're in sync, guys.
I
had to wrap it back up.
And the podcast. Lovina, where can people find you?
I was just gonna say a joke and I forgot it.
No, that was you said it. We heard it. We laughed.
Yeah. But there was another one, I'm chock full of them. But yeah, you can find me on all socials at LPavs with 2 S's. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. Can't wait to talk to you again, at least by phone call, when Chris
Chris
Kirkpatrick comes back.
Kirkpatrick is going to be the first poll on the next episode.
This is
But-
so annoying. And whoever's on there, the next one too, I really hope they're friends with me because I don't want to be embarrassed by like in front of some like Survivor player that I don't know who it is. You know what I mean?
Not a ton of Survivor players come through here, so we'll hopefully be okay. So yes, can't wait for the next time. Make sure you guys are following Lovina, checking out, if nothing else, all of her great content over on our HAP channels. Always fun to see those videos pop up that very often Lovina's behind. So there's that. Check me out on the Free Agents podcast, talking all things The Challenge, The Amazing Race, and The Traders coming up soon. We have a premiere date for The Traders, January 8th. Are we all ready to see Rob back on our TVs? It's crazy. So check us out over there talking about all of that. Check Amon and I out on Patreon doing our losers brackets, our battle back votes. If you didn't know, here in the month of December, we're doing extra episodes. So if you liked having a BB Can player come up now, this Thursday, I believe, a couple of days later, we're going to have all BB Can episodes because we got a lot of those players to go through. So lock in for a very busy December. Amon, anything else?
Nope, I think you've said it all.
Patreon.com/The Diary Room if I missed that. But like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Show your support in any way that you can. 5-star reviews are super helpful. It's extremely free to do that, if nothing else.
Yes,
So-
gift us this holiday season with a nice review.
Yes, we don't get a ton of those, even though you guys say you like the podcast, but maybe just not in review form all the time. Would be
Not
nice
the
to get
guilt
some.
trip.
Oops.
The guilt
Um,
trip.
Would be nice, but hey, you all do you. That's it. Again, thanks to Lovina. Amon, get us out of here.
Yes, our thanks to Lovina once again for joining us. And until next time, guys, please go to the diary room.